Okay, I've actually got an appropriate amount of drinks sitting in front of me for once. I'm not gonna have to attempt to make one drink last several hours because I'm dumb. Hopefully. Anyway, let me see. Button. Okay, everything seems to be working. Everything seems to be recording. I'm gonna have to get somewhere to offload all these recordings though. They're starting to take up a lot of space. I kinda don't want to get rid of them just in case, you know? And it's not the best way to store stuff. I know I've got a bunch of flash drives somewhere. I just can't figure out where. I've been trying to clean up and they've all sort of disappeared. Unfortunately, there's not really a great place to train in here. Up until post-Elite 4. I think there's a good spot on 5 Island. Okay, what am I working with again? Okay, things aren't great. I caught that, but unfortunately, I'm playing with the dupe's claws and I already had a drowsy. It's not great. It's not great. It's really not great. What do your stats look like? Not really great either. Maybe you're only level 5. That's not really helpful. Your stats are terrible. You're already level 25. Defense isn't the best. Attack's good though. Let me look and see if there's anywhere I haven't caught anything yet. I could head towards the Seafoam Islands. What attacks do you know again? Mist, Body Slam, Confuse Ray, Surf. Let me see. Let me check my town map. Was there anywhere left in the islands that I didn't catch anything? I can't remember. Wrong button. Register that. Use that. There we go. Switch. Let me switch. I don't think I caught anything on 2 Island actually. I could always check that out. Bridge, Berry Forest. Kendall Road, Mount Ember. What is your... Where were you technically caught? Okay, you were caught on Mount Ember, so I think that would still leave something on Kindling Road, actually. I think I just rappelled through there and then... Okay, I'll try that. That may end up being the best bet. Going and seeing what I can catch out there. See if there's any other trainers I haven't battled too. Yeah. Take me to 2 Island. I'm pretty sure I didn't catch anything out here. I'm pretty sure I skipped over 2 Island as fast as possible. But I can double check. Oh, and let me see. Let's see, what do you got in your merchandise now? Cool, Ultra Balls. Give me like 4 of those. Ooh, and soda pop. I probably should be saving for a new Ice Beam TM. Psyduck. Oh well. I guess I could always level it up and trade it after it evolves for that Lickitung. I guess not. Well, that's just my luck. That's just how things go sometimes. As long as it doesn't lead to another horrible string of bad luck like yesterday, it'll, I don't know. I don't know. Is there anything left in the water for me to catch? I haven't gone to the... Huh. I guess the current... Yeah, the current's too strong. Take me to one island. Let me see. I'll battle the trainers through here. I'm pretty sure I still hadn't done those yet, because I was training. What was I training before? What did I name Rapidash? Israel! I was training Israel before, so I avoided the water trainers, so... It should be good for Aquarion. Maybe... Okay, do you have damp or... I'm gonna assume you've got damp. Okay. I was worried about water absorb or something dumb like that. Things seem to be going okay so far. Here we go. Good. More Psyducks. Now you're just taunting me. I'm pretty sure things will work out. I'm pretty sure things will be okay. Uh-oh, confusion. There we go. Okay. Gonna heal you up just in case. Do I need to use a lemonade? Do I have anything? Can't switch. Can't move items around in battle, I guess. That's okay. You keep doing that. How annoying. So close. One more should do it. There we go. This is gonna be a long, slow grind, isn't it? That's okay. At this rate, I might not end up adding anyone else to my team. I'll just have to see how long I can stand trying to raise everyone else up. Confuse Ray before switching out, just in case. But it should be easy right now to pivot to Zephyr. Giga Drain, yeah. I'm glad you're working with 7 points to use instead of 5. It's still not a lot, though. I wish it was more. When even maxed out, I'm pretty sure it's only 8. It's not a whole lot. I just about wonder if I should have it learn. If I should have it learn the sunny day solar beam combo instead. It's not like there's a whole lot of weather users in this. Are there any, really? I just feel kind of bad because... I don't know, using up the one-use TMs and HMs makes me feel... I don't know exactly. Like, I know I'm not suddenly just gonna need a Giga Drain TM out of nowhere, but it's like, what if I do? What if I do, you know? Mirror move's not gonna work until I've used anything. Oh, but here I am on Kindling Road. So maybe I can catch something out here. I don't think I'd run into anything that I didn't have before. Maybe there's still something. And either way, I can train Aquarion, so that works out. Nope, I already have you. Well, had you. Hello, Dave Jr. You were a glorious tank. Let's see. 26. No, still hadn't found anything new yet. I don't know exactly. This does really make me miss... Is it missing it if it's going backwards? I like the improvement of being able to easily search what Pokemon appeared in an area rather than having to look through their Pokédex entries. One by one. And hoping you could find them. It's kind of miserable, not gonna lie. There you Lace. Good, good. Time to head up to the hot springs. No! Oh, Rapidash. Do I dare? I think I do. I think I do. This could be a lot of experience right here. Or something terrifying. Maybe I better switch out. What do you know again? Stomp. Yeah, I think that should be enough. Feels a bit bad somehow. But... Oh, hi. Everything's gotta be difficult all of a sudden. Not really all of a sudden. I guess it all started up yesterday, but... Okay, drill peck. There we go. There we go. Okay, okay. Just gotta keep moving forward. On the last patch. Of course. But a Ponyta this time. That should be less troublesome than an entire Rapidash, right? Certainly less intimidating. I'm a bit sad that the Galarian and Rapidash are trapped in, well, Galar. Those are so pretty. And the Ponyta. Okay, one more. There we go. This is going to take a while. I don't mind though. This would be a really good spot to train if Aquarion wasn't part ice. Huh. I wonder if I can fish in here. That'd be cool if I could catch something. I'm not sure I've ever actually tried. Let me try. I don't think it'll let me. Yeah, I didn't think so. Oh well. Double check, double check. Nope, not in the water either. Yeah, worth a try. Worth a try. Oh. Are there any other water trainers up here? I feel like there were some. Like there were some more that I skipped over since I was training Rapidash before. Yep. I really wish I had access to that spot for grinding on 5 Island. But that's not until post-game. Even though I could really use it right now. Starmies are always menaces. Getting confusion and paralysis off though. That might just help overcome that. We'll see, we'll see. Yeah. Okay, body slam. I'm seriously hoping that Hoenn comes out sometime soon-ish. The code for the games are apparently there. They should have the ability to interact with those. Secret bases, my beloved. It would be even better if they made some easy way to train EVs and IVs in Emerald for taking on the Battle Frontier. That'd be great. I love the Battle Frontier in that one. I guess technically the Battle Frontier in Platinum and Heart Gold and Soul Silver were better. Like from a technical and just fun facilities standpoint, but I loved the sheer scale of the Battle Frontier in Emerald. The thing felt massive. And there was so much to do there too. Move tutors, betting on matches, fan clubs, getting extra stuff for your secret base. What more could you ask for? No, plus all the contests were conveniently moved into one hall. So it made doing all those like a million times easier. Which is good, because I love contests. Yeah, I want contests back too. There's a lot I'd like back. There are a lot of different side features I would all combine together. If I were just to make the ultimate game, but... Pokemon seems really allergic to using the same gimmick twice. Unfortunately. They like trying different things. Sometimes though I just wish they'd innovate on the things they've already got instead of throwing them out for something completely new. I just like having side content to do outside of just battling. I like the contests, I like the Pokeathlon, I like playing around in the movie recording studio place. Perfect weather for a battle. Dire Straits. I really am thinking of having Zephyr learn Sunny Day and Solar Beam over Giga Drain. I kinda feel like it's just too much of a power difference. Especially when I'm already down so many party members. I think it would just be helpful. Let's see, Surf. I just really also want to be able to keep toxic and a non-grass damaging move on it. That's the part that makes it tough. That is what makes it tough. There we go. Oh, wait. That thing's got like 1 HP left. How did I end up here? Either way, surf. It's not a lot. Cedra. Gotten hit with a lot of smoke screens. I'll probably switch out, just in case. Giga Drain. I think Solar Beam actually has more points, so I think be able to get more uses out of it potentially. That would also be helpful. 7 feels really limiting. I don't know how far I'm actually gonna get today. I don't know how much is gonna have to be dedicated to just basically training up a whole new team. But I'm gonna do my best. Worst case scenario, it just hopefully puts me in a better spot for next week. See how things go. Hopefully it's a little bit more interesting than a bunch of Magikarp this time. See, what is it? What is it? Golding? Okay, yeah, that's better. That's better than Magikarp. Magikarp are just... They don't hit hard, but they're bulkier than they look. So it can take a little bit to wear them down, which is really annoying. Body Slam. There we go. Yeah, that's fair. Hi. It would be nice just to be able to skip over all this with a montage. It does make me miss turbo buttons. Fast forward buttons. Oh well. That's what you get for trying to support an official release, I guess. Oh well. It's easier. The more I can offload onto my Switch, the better. Like outside of the streaming and... No. What exactly? How do I wanna... My computer's gotta run the Elgato software and also VTube Studio. So being able to offload the actual webcam and face tracking and gameplay to other devices, that's the saving grace that allows me to stream. I attempted a practice run with OBS's little virtual thing. Virtual camera, virtual studio, whatever it's called. And I don't think my laptop could handle attempting to run all the software needed and run the game at the same time. It's fine if I'm just running a game. It can run games at really good settings, but that also has to be the only thing it's doing. It's good at doing one big thing, not lots of little things. Pokemon games are addictive, though. They have basically perfected this formula. Honestly, playing this just makes me want to play another one afterwards. But I also don't know if I want to pigeonhole myself into just playing Pokemon games. That's why I was trying to keep things broader at adventure games. And then I also learned that I don't feel so good about switching throughout multiple games in a week. I think I'm someone who'd kind of rather play one game until it's finished. Maybe if I ever manage to get up for morning streams, I play a different game then. But nights, I kind of like knowing what to expect, and it's easier to... It's kind of easier to make thumbnails. If I already, know what game I'm gonna play and what's gonna be coming up and stuff like that. It's just been easier than trying to switch and try and keep everything balanced. It's too much. I just want to play games and have fun. I really do need to try and make more shorts, though. All my stuff's just kind of set up in an inconvenient way right now. Yeah. Huh. This is the Pokemon world. What are these birds doing here? Very strange. Well, yes, I think that would have been a good alternative. Especially since Hoenn was the first Gen 3 games, and that is where Spinda showed up first. I wonder if there's ever been someone insane enough to try and go after every shiny version of Spinda there is. I was looking at the calculations for that once. That I'm not even sure such a thing is possible, but I feel like there's gotta be someone out there who wants to tackle it, or is currently tackling it. This would be a good area. These people have stronger Pokemon, but Aquarian's gotta be part ice. Did I end up finding anything in Kendall Road? I don't think I found anything new yet. There might not be anything new left out here. Psyduck. Just as I say that, Psyduck shows up again. Okay, I'll give it a try. Worst case, I just end up evolving it and trading it for that Lickitung. Zephyr. Zephyr can inflict a status condition, so that should help. Secret power. I'd prefer to avoid knocking it out. There we go. No, poison. Okay, I'm on a time limit here. A very short time limit, it seems. At least I bought those Ultra Balls. This might do it. There we go. Yeah. Female. You can be Sage. I don't know why. Feels right. Okay. Lemonade. Full heal. There we go. What do your stats look like? Cloud 9. Not really great. The only good thing would be the Psychic. Lapras, can you learn Psychic? I think I better go grab that Psychic TM. I forget if Lapras can learn Psychic or not. Is it... Does it have psychic powers or is it just empathetic? I can't remember. I'll find out. Then I'll go to the Seafoam Islands. I'll see what I can catch in there. Might find something interesting. Network machine link level 1. Established with the Kanto region. Should be faraway region next. Okay. Okay. Faraway regions. Okay. Where do I want to go? Vermilion. Back to Vermilion. I wish I could switch maps just by flying. I guess it's too far away for the poor bird Pokemon, though. But I bet Zapdos could do it. Okay, first I gotta go up to Saffron. I gotta see if... I can't remember if... Wait, don't say a word. You wanted this. TM29, Psychic. Is that one of the things I could get from the... I couldn't get more than one copy of that, could I? But I don't really think I've got any other Pokemon I'd be teaching it to. Where's the team case? Psychic. Let's see. Okay, so you can learn it. We'll get Stab, of course, but that would be nice coverage right there. What else do I got? Solar Beam. Let me look at the power. Let me look at the power difference here. Okay, so that'd be like 90 after... And that'd be more like 180, right? It'd be 2 turns to set up, but then it could just keep going over and over. I guess I could always have it forget. Wanting to keep toxic just makes it tough. And eventually I'm gonna find Sludge Bomb. I just can't remember where it is right now. So I'm going to want another slot. You know, let me look that up right quick. FireRed, Sludge Bomb. FireRed. Let me see if that's post-game or not. Sludge Bomb. Rocket Warehouse. 5 Island. Okay. Okay. I thought I remembered it being post-game. Oh well. Harsh attack that absorbs half the damage. I kind of think teaching a solar beam is going to be my best bet here. I kind of feel like even if it's a 2-turn setup, if I'm using Sunny Day, that is kind of... it is kind of too much of a difference. Don't forget Stun Spore. There we go. Pretty good, pretty good. Okay. Oh, yeah, Psychic. Let me double check, This is really making me miss the innovation of being able to see stats and moves at the same time. Like, what if I want to observe Adamant Nature? It's fine. It's fine. I can work with it. I can work with it. Can you learn any physical moves? I guess I could teach you Frustration, but I'm really hoping that won't be that strong for long. Blizzard. You can learn Psychic, and yet you can't use Calm Mind. Make it make sense. How about Bulk Up? No, you can't learn that either? Safeguard. I'm kind of thinking I am going to go ahead and teach Aquarian Psychic. Stat reductions. I could just really use the extra coverage. I just really don't like that 70% hit rate for Blizzard. So I kind of would prefer to save up for another... Yeah, I really don't like that 70 hit rate on Blizzard. That's not great. That's not great. Okay. Time to head east. Okay, thanks. Yeah, I'll check that out later. Spinda is, fascinating and horrifying. No way, Spinda. Uh-oh. I hear thunder in the distance. Hopefully nothing's gonna happen, but if I suddenly vanish, my power probably cut. Did I fight you already? What about you? Yeah, nothing about Spinda's pattern was necessary, but it's kind of amazing. Especially when all that was squished down into a little Game Boy Advance. I guess it's less about the Game Boy Advance not being capable of doing that, just... the unnecessary scale there is... the dedication is impressive. The Game Freak really seems to like their Pokemon that way. Hold on, did I already? Nope, I hadn't caught one. I'm pretty sure I hadn't caught anything on this route yet. Eyes are as transparent as crystals. Just wish it wasn't level 10, but... You can be Luna. Like a moon jellyfish. But yeah, Game Freak just really seems to like their Pokemon like that. Got your Spindas, got your Alchemies, got your... hold on, how do you pronounce it? The L's are silent, because it's French. Right? Vivian? I'm pretty sure it's pronounced Vivian, the butterfly. And more subtly, Arbok. Arbok looks slightly different in just about every game. Its pattern. At least it did throughout the earlier ones. I guess I hadn't actually looked at its pattern in a while. But I think that was a nice little touch. A nice little nod to the Pokédex entries of it having a different pattern in every region. How about you? Stop. Okay, someone new, someone new. Now the bird Pokemon, this is gonna make me wish I had Blizzard on Aquarion after all. That adamant nature hurts. I'm not gonna lie. It is what it is though, you know? It's okay. Firo. No. Stay in. Surf. I'm just gonna keep going with this as long as it's working. There we go. I'm a little bit worried about all those layers. I'm considering adding Hitmonlee in if need be. Just so I have something that's a bit of a physical attacker that is also meant to be a physical attacker. Aquarion in its adamant nature clearly wants to be a physical attacker, but... Surf, Psychic, is gonna get an ice type move eventually. It's not gonna be one. But I'm gonna try and kind of work them one at a time. I think that's the easiest way. I think that's the best way to feel like I'm actually getting somewhere, instead of trying to switch everyone out and keep levels even, until everyone's roughly around the same place. And then I still need to get everyone a bit higher than they are currently. Vacation? Nope. I don't know if I should hold out for Articuno. No. I'll catch something that's not Articuno. I might come back and catch Articuno, you know, once everything's wrapped up and stuff. Or catch it at some point and just not use it. Or maybe never come back for it. Maybe if this is one of the originals, but I don't think I'm going for Pokédex completion here. Sometimes just having the option open, or feeling like you do is enough. Seal. Maybe I can catch a seal. I'm not really sure I need to add another water ice type right now. But I could have it for backup in case anything does happen to Aquarion. I guess that's not a terrible idea. Bunch. Well, see what I can catch. Do I have a Zubat? What do I have as my cave Pokemon? Huh, no Zubat. That might end up showing up in here. Although, that really is pretty useless until post-game. Golbat's just not great. It falls into that category of Gen 1 Pokemon that was never really meant to be used long term. It's more roadblocky. It's definitely more of a roadblock than anything else. Case in point. Okay, Aquarion, that's the second thing I've tried to catch since you've taken down. No more wild encounters for you. Too adamant. Too ornery. Oh, how do I get to... Are there any other trainers around here? Well, first, Repel. I'm pretty sure I've got some... Yeah, Repel. That was a shorter route than I thought. It might just be easiest to go back to the top of Cycling Road. With all those bikers bunched up together, that's the best place I can think of to grind. I mean, I guess I could also head to the gym and start taking out the gym trainers. But once again, Ice type complicates things a little bit. Maybe I'll go and take on the ones outside the Safari Zone. I'll take those guys on first. Hopefully I'll have plenty of money by the end of this. I know there's at least 2 more down here. You and the guy in the grass. Huh. I guess maybe I haven't gotten a grass encounter here. I could also do that while I'm here. Maybe to be a Doduo. If the Pokemon's high enough level, it might not be a terrible thing to take with me. Definitely see, though. Definitely see. Oh no. Okay, just 2 times. That's not so bad. Oh, Ice Beam. Nice. I didn't even have to save up for it. I didn't realize I was going to get Ice Beam so early. Okay. Get rid of Confuse Ray. You're just gonna be the all-out attacker now. You're taking Dusty's place. You're not an electric type, but... You're taking up that spot on the mantle now. Okay, what's it gonna be? Okay, it is a Doduo. I wouldn't mind taking that with me. I'll send out my Shreo. Okay, Pursuit. That's fine. That's fine. Fire Spin. That should be weak enough that... Yeah, okay. Good, good, good. I've still been trying to brainstorm for long-form content. I'm trying to think of what I could make. I don't particularly like the idea of rehashing things. Unless I feel like I've actually got something at least somewhat new or interesting to say about it. Goose. Good, yet a little so. Perfect. Okay, so I guess I'll take Goose and then maybe Hitmon. Maybe Hitmonlee. Might take Hitmonlee. Out of desperation here. It's tough. It's tough. I don't know if it will be better just to pour... I'll see how fast grinding at the top of Cycling Road goes. If that goes decently fast, I may consider adding more things to the team. Not a terrible idea. Honestly, that's part of why it's my favorite Pokémon. That was the episode where Oddish made friends with all those Hoppip. He even painted itself pink somehow. But every time the wind would blow, the Hoppip would get blown away, but Oddish would get left behind and then have to run after them. And it was cute, and I felt really bad. I just wanted to be like its friends. But in the end, I'm pretty sure it was able to rescue them because it wasn't sucked up by whatever Team Rocket contraption was being used in that episode. I'll have to look up and see how that episode ended, but I will keep that in mind. The best kind of videos do usually come from things you're passionate about. Something Oddish themed. Okay, to the top of Cycling Road. There might be some more trainers in Cycling Road I hadn't faced yet. I don't think I'd gone down the very leftmost path. No, the easiest place probably is going to be right at the top. Okay, what are your bold? Attack 47. You start out with Tri-Attack. Nice. Power 80. That move's just too good. If I need another slot, I'll definitely consider you for it. And then once again, maybe Hitmonlee out of desperation. I'll see. I don't think I'd gone down. I don't think I'd gone down the very left side of the path yet. I'll see what I can find here. Whee! Need a little exercise. Well, you're never gonna get it just sitting there on the recycling road. Gotta ride. Psychic. There we go. Such a delicious type spread in your moveset. You should be good against just about everything. I'm a champ. I'm a little bit wary after last night. I'm not gonna risk it. I'm gonna switch. Just in case. Of course, I might not have ended that badly. But, yeah, after yesterday, I'm not gonna lose it. I'm not gonna risk losing it. There we go. Nice and easy. Machop. That should be easier, though. Isn't that Aquarion? Back out you go. Okay. Was I gonna... Just short, just short. How hard is it gonna be to pedal over to that? That's more effort than I want to put in. I'm just gonna keep going down, see who I run into next. What else is there? Nope. Was that the only one? Was that the only one left? That's kind of a pain. It'll be faster just to fly back over than it will be to pedal back up all that. Yeah, I guess I just gotta stick with those trainers up at the top. That is my one limit so far. I wish... There's not really a good area for grinding. Which in normal gameplay, that wouldn't be a problem, but... It suddenly becomes a bit more difficult in a Nuzlocke. Once you've lost everything to steer. Except Zephyr. Zephyr's still here. Psychic might be a little bit of overkill for Mankeys. Surf will probably do just as well, to be honest. I think there's another area where I can hit up a group of like maybe 4 or 5 trainers at once. It's just more bikers though. I don't think their Pokemon would really be any higher level. And it's definitely not 6 at once. So this place does seem to be the best place for grinding currently. The highest level and a handful of evolved Pokemon. Might should have switched to Psychic. Oh well. Psychic. There we go. That's a pretty good boost. Okay, so wheezing. There are some groups of trainers outside of Celadon. But once again, I don't know how high level their Pokemon are gonna get. I know they'd have some evolved stuff eventually. But but I don't know if it's worth changing over from this spot. Worst case, I guess I could always try it. See how many trainers I can hit up at once out there, how high level their stuff gets. Just for a change of pace. Battling these guys over and over is gonna get annoying after a while. Oh well. There we go. Psychic. Yeah. This battle might be enough to push Aquarion up to level 33. Yep, that should be enough. Good, good. Yeah, the ground type has me a little bit worried for the next gym. So I want to make sure Aquarion's at least a decent level before moving on. It's kind of my last-ditch effort for water types without having to train up from level 10. So I'm kind of counting on it. Go ahead and heal up. See what I can do outside of Celadon. It was on the other side of the tunnel. Maybe I'll go the long way. Scenic route. Scenic route. I'll try it out. Whee! What a fun bike theme. Huh. Hadn't battled you yet. Okay. How did I end up avoiding you? I almost feel a little bit bad for what's about to happen. But not so bad that I won't do it anyway. My heart is full of love, but my brain is full of mischief. Yeah, no, at level 20, nothing he's got should be any kind of risk. Voltor. Yeah, Surf should be effective enough against everything here. Coughing. There we go. Meltdown. Did I battle you? Okay, so I did battle you. Did I avoid these guys? And you? Huh. Weird. Okay, time to see. Yeah. I mean, if you count the double battle, I guess it's still... Yeah, that's just not gonna be as good. This isn't gonna be nearly as efficient. Oh well. That was worth a shot. There's some higher level battles in the islands. Like upper 30s, but I still don't think that's going to be as fast as hitting up all those trainers at the top of the cycling road. So it might just be stuck there for a while after all. I wonder if I'd be better doing that or pushing onward to Giovanni's gym anyway. Because if I do that, then I can battle the gym trainers. I can battle Giovanni eventually, and then I can have then I can have Victory Road to Training. That also isn't a terrible idea. Maybe. I'm a little bit afraid to take on another gym leader after yesterday. I mean, it'll have to happen eventually. Can't really move on without doing that. I'm just worried it's gonna end and half of my team going down again. I just feel like something's gonna go wrong. Okay, is there anywhere I can hit up a bunch of trainers bunched up in here? Any way to do that? Any way at all? I don't really think there is. Not an easy or efficient way anyway. Let me see what this does. No. At best, that's gonna hit 3 of them. The bird trainers tend to carry around at least one stage up in bird Pokemon. So I thought they might be good. But not if I can't. But not if I'm only hitting up 3 at a time. That's not efficient. Oh well. At least they made the versus seeker thing in this game. This would be so much more painful grinding wood without that here. Still, fully evolved birds are nice. Worth a good chunk there. Yep. Yep, my birds know how to fly. You know, the feathers on that sprite are blue. But are there any blue birds in this game outside of I think Articuno is the only one. Huh. Yeah, that's all I can think of. Oh well. Ice Beam. I love you, Ice Beam. Fun graphics. Fun sound. Good power. It's just perfect. Okay, here we go. No. Oh well, I was hoping enough for one more level. That's another decent group over there. And this could hit up at least 5 trainers. How about down here? Nope. I'd have to be up there first. I guess if I brought something cut, I might technically be able to hit up at least 5 trainers at once. It seems like such an annoying way to have to do it, though. Always having to start right from up there. There's no leeway. Let's see what I can't do from over here. I wasn't quite high enough to get the last spike. Oh well. 4 isn't bad. I just don't know if it's changing map screens that triggers the rematch thing to go away, or if it's having them off screen. I'm not quite sure which is gonna be, so I might lose out on battling that bird trainer anyway. We'll see, we'll see. See what happens. Level 35, nice, nice, nice. Moving along nicely. Yes, moving along very nicely. Okay, let's just keep going with Psychic. It's gonna be the best thing here. Grimer. Psychic. Coughing. Let's see what everyone else says. Hopefully it's a bit more than just coughing. Come on, evolved Pokemon. That's gonna make this so much faster. Muck. Wheezing. Anything. More coughing. And of course. Here we go. Grimer. Let's go Psychic for you. Mix it up a little. Okay, one more. Show me if there's a reason I should be doing it here and not at the top of Cycling Road. Nope, nope, nope. Cycling Road it is. Muck. Okay. At least one of you's got something that's fully evolved. I'll take anything at this point. Screech shouldn't matter. Not without anything left to switch into. 900. Yeah. It's just not as good. Okay. Legendary winged mirages. Yeah, I haven't got one of them here. I've subjugated a god. Me, the mere slime. Feels good. I like it when it starts talking about far-fetched stats raising and stuff. This is just so many apostrophes. Starts looking a bit silly. Is there anywhere? Absolutely anywhere else I hadn't been yet. Anywhere else? I don't think there is, really. I think there might be some more trainers on 3 Island. But is it worth all the effort to go all the way back out there? Probably not. It's just gonna be a handful of trainers. And I'm probably just gonna end up out here again. Let's see. Go ahead and register that. Easy access. And I definitely don't have any... Yep, definitely no rare candies left. Oh well, it is what it is. You know, I kind of want to go get a feel for where the gym trainers are. I forget what level Giovanni's gonna be at. I'm assuming upper 40s to 50s. No, I'm thinking of Koga and Sabrina. 50s to mid-50s. Gym leaders returned. Even I don't know the identity. Toughest of all gym leaders. Ground-type Pokémon. Okay, let's see what you got. Must be running out of steam by now. I just entered. Sandslash. Okay. Anytime I run into Sandslash, it's a good day. I feel bad for Sandslash, but once again, no ground moves available. I think it should outspeed it. Fish versus a rock. Aquarium might do really well in here, just on the grounds of everything being really slow. Oof. Slow and inaccurate. Neither one of these is a good thing. Another Graveler. That dual weakness is hitting these guys hard. I don't mind one bit. This is really refreshing. No room for Rain Dance. Only attack moves for you. Sorry. Marowak's the only one I worry a little bit about here. You know, a lot of my Pokemon are weak to ground type moves, it looks like. That's not great. So maybe I do want to add into Duo after all. Just to have something a little bit more resistant. Or Hitmonlee. It won't exactly be good against ground types, but it shouldn't be super weak against them either. And you? Working yourself into a rage. We'll see about that. Even so, we'll see how long you last. Not a ground type. Psychic! Good. Not joke. Level 40. What's your defense like? 81. Might switch out for Zephyr. There we go. Do I do the solar beam setup? I'll go ahead and try it out. And this should be a decent gauge of how strong it's gonna be. So I know when I should send Zephyr out. And go ahead and set up for solar beam. So, okay. That was so close. That was so close. I might should have started with secret power. Okay. Interesting things to keep in mind. I might not have enough. I'm not gonna be able to save up for another TM. I'm not that patient, but I might be able to get something like the Miracle Seed. If I could stick the Miracle Seed on Zephyr, I think that'd be a pretty good combination right there. You're even more fragile. I do really like Rhyhorn. That's a fun shape. Also, I've been watching videos of rhinos recently. They're a lot more cute than you would imagine. They just want to snuggle. They're like big, giant puppies. Okay. 25. 25 hurts. 25 hurts. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe I can catch something. Okay. Rival battle doesn't happen until you got all the patches. But there should be some patches of grass up here. Unless they remove those. Or there should at least be a surfing section. I should be able to catch something. Something in here. And maybe it'll be a higher level. Maybe it'll be a higher level than 25. Yes. I got all your badges. Well, not the last one, but I got enough to see if they remove the grass up here or not. I can't really remember. Lepa berry. You know, that's a better haul already than what I got from the berry forest. Very disappointingly named. Let's see. Repel. I don't know if there's even any Pokemon in this water, but just in case. Soul Badge. Why is a Soul Badge here? Oh, yeah. It's blocked off by water because that's where you get surf. Marsh Badge. Okay. Then it should be up here. Yes! Okay. What is this counted as? Let me look at my map. Okay, this is counted as Route 23. It's not yet counted as Victory Road, okay. So if I catch something here, I'll still have a Victory Road. I'll still have a Victory Road catch. Which will probably be either a rock. No, I guess I've caught all the rocks. Also, do I have Spearow? I'm pretty sure I've already got a Spearow. Hi. Hi, I'm glad you could come and watch. I'm just working on training up my team. My new team, since I lost so many last night. If I can get everyone trained up well enough, I'm hoping to take on Giovanni. Maybe start getting into Victory Road, but I'm not entirely sure yet. And gotta see how fast training a new team goes. Usually the slow, grindy parts happen more towards the beginning of the game. Level 40. That might not be a terrible place to grind, actually. Level 40, fully evolved, even if it is a wild Pokémon. Yeah, I already had Spearow. I was pretty sure I did. I was gonna be really disappointed if I didn't. Let's see what else I can find out here. I think I might be able to find Growlithe out here. There we go. Being able to find Growlithe would be pretty great. Dear goodness. Can't have you doing this. Can't have you doing this. Can't have you cutting it so close. But I also can't stay out here looking for stuff forever. I'll be honest, I don't actually know if there's anything better than Pharaoh out here. I'll go in and I'll check the Pokédex. I'll actually check it after this one. See what I can find. Cool, cool. Yeah, I played a lot of Violet. I hadn't tried out the DLC yet, and I'll have to try that out. I've heard it's really good. Where did I leave off at? Honestly, I think I may have stopped right before beating the game. I can't remember why. I think that may have come up just before I think that may have come up just before a move. And that's why I stopped playing, but I was literally like inches from beating the game. I was in Area 0. I just hadn't gotten down to the final battle yet. I will have to get back to that. Huh. Maybe trade off my Pokemon to home and start a new game. Try it again with the Switch 2 upgrade. That could be fun. That could be fun to play on stream. Try out a new team, new stuff. Let's see. For how, not pretty the environments were to look at. Those are pretty rough in some areas. The Pokemon models themselves were pretty gorgeous. Things actually looked properly textured. Like, going really heavy into realism for the way they look isn't my thing, necessarily, but I like it when they commit to either making the slightly more realistic textures look good or go in all cartoony and stuff, like, with the outlines and stuff like in, Gen 6. Either way, I just like it when they commit to one direction or another. Okay, yeah, I'll definitely look into it then. I've heard it's got some of the toughest battles, and I think it's cool getting to see the gym leaders and some of the other characters, like, actually interacting with each other. I like getting extra dialogue and stuff. I opened my Pokédex and then didn't actually look inside it. Try that again. What was I looking for? I wanted to see if I could find... I don't think it's gonna be in this direction. I thought I could find... There we go, Growlithe. Okay, Growlithe is not actually up here. I thought I remembered it being up here, but I guess not. Huh. And where... What? Is there anything else up here except for Vero, or is that it? Volcano badge. Yeah, I got the volcano badge. Let me see what's further up. Any more grass? Mankey. Do I have a... Muted net again. Hold on. I think I know why this is happening. I'm pretty sure I keep... I'm gonna see if I can't shift something. Okay. Easy to reach the zoom and such, but hard for me to continuously press the mute audio button. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'd already caught a Mankey. Okay. Okay. So... I'm really hoping to run into something new here, but... my hopes are dwindling. Oh well. At least the bears are level 40. They're providing some good cannon fodder. They're a little bit tough though. Now do worry about those critical hits. Can't forget the cannon part of glass cannon. They hit hard. Lemonade. Primeape. But I've already got Mankey. So that's not gonna do me any good. Let's try. Okay, Rage should be okay. Psychic. Seismic Toss. That's gonna hurt a little bit more, but that's a guaranteed damage amount. Let's see. You know, I think I said before that I didn't get around to the Sword and Shield DLC, but I'm starting to think maybe I actually did, at least partially. I think I just completely... Wait, against... Wait. Defeated at every turn. I may have actually at least partially played that. I feel like I got at least up to the area where you were looking for all the Diglets. So I think I may have started that and then not finished it. Unfortunately, I may never know for that one. Sword and Shield is just the one I don't particularly want to play through that one again. I love the idea of the region. I loved a lot of the ideas there. I love the regional Pokemon. Those games were just severely unfinished. In no world should we be receiving Pokemon games where at 2 points in the game you can find mouse cursors flying across the screen. You can see this in both the little opening video and in the ending credits. It's bad. It's bad. Out of every Pokemon game, I'd really be interested in knowing what happened behind the scenes in that one to lead it to being the way it was. I've heard theories that they didn't really believe in the Switch, and so started work on a 3DS game and then had to pivot at the last minute. Which I would just about believe. One of my friends said that if we'd gotten Sword and Shield on the 3DS, that it would have been the greatest 3DS Pokemon game that there was. And I don't disagree with that. And I know the models and stuff that they'd used previously were supposed to be future-proof, but I don't think they actually ended up using the 3D models from the 3DS games after all. And I've also heard theories that Game Freak ended up breaking whatever program they were supposed to be using to transfer all this over. And then they had to redo stuff last minute. I can't actually confirm if any of this is true or not. I don't think any of this has ever actually been confirmed. It's interesting to think about, though. But yeah, nice cursors, light voids for battlefields, a story that doesn't make sense by the end of it, a trainer that's a gym leader that's all about singing and music when there's actually no spoken dialogue in these games. It's all a lot. I think yeah, I've still gotta go and dig up where I just ended up completely rewriting the story. The short Sword and Shield. I was so upset by the end. Like, irrationally angry. And it wasn't just me, my friend at the time who I was playing with. Once they hit that last stretch of the game, they ended up having to set the game down for a while and come back to it. I'll be honest, I think I wrote Hop Out entirely. I just made you Leon's sibling instead. The idea of the adults in this region actually taking care of You know, all the super dangerous, interesting, exciting stuff. Instead of leaving it to small children. Is an interesting idea. However, what this means in execution is that all the interesting stuff happens off camera, while you are taking part in the far less interesting gym challenge. They really nailed the gym leader battles up. That atmosphere is unmatched. I kinda wish they'd gone with the beta gym leader theme for the final Pokemon over the one they did end up using. I like the beta theme just a little bit more. But yeah. I think the biggest thing I did in the rewrite of Sword and Shield was, instead of making the bad energy running out event happening at some very vague point 1,000 years in the future, when this can be the people 1,000 year in the future's problem, I think I bumped that like way up. Like made this actual impending doom. Then I think I also made it so that Chairman Rose had been fixing Leon's battles. Because, if he's behind the champion, and all the people support this undefeated champion, like, Leon is still, like, legitimately a really good trainer. But Chairman Rose is giving him just a little bit of extra help, you know? Because, you know, you got the support of the champion. Sports is really big here. Battles. You got him behind you. You got the whole region at your fingertips. So then, and then let's see, you were Leon's sibling. And yeah, things progress pretty normally from there. But that ending part where you're supposed to be trying to rescue or figure out what's going on with Leon and the chairman when they're off alone doing whatever they were supposed to be doing there. I forget why we wanted to get to them in the first place. And that's when Leon finds out, and he's like super crushed and stuff. And loses faith in himself. But you're able to bring it back. The darkest day happens. It escapes. It's far too much for the chairman to control. And then you and Leon, you have to go and summon the legendary puppers. You gotta go and find them. And you two end up rescuing them together, and then you take on Eternius in a double battle together with your brother. And you help restore his faith in himself through that battle. And then you get to take him on at the end of the league. You take over his mantle as champion, and yeah. I feel like there was something else in there too. Something else about Chairman Rose. I can't remember what it was though, but that was the main stuff. That was the main points. Pokemon storylines are generally relatively inoffensive, but that one actually got me worked up enough by the end to want to change stuff. Well, while I wasn't paying attention, Aquarion's nearly going to level 40. No, I kinda miss that too. I feel like finding a shiny should feel like a really big event, you know? Like... kinda like finding an albino animal in the wild, in a zoo or something taking it in. This should be something that, like, draws crowds. This should be something really cool and amazing. I think maybe instead of making shinies relatively easy to get and common as they are now, maybe they just should have made different variants. Different shiny variants. And not just giving everything a lime green variant, I mean making them pretty. Like Ash's Noctowl. That was gorgeous. What does an actual shiny Noctowl look like? Probably not as good as that. Or maybe it looks exactly like that, I don't know. Let me look it up. Yeah, that's good. It's just kind of an off yellow and brown. Ash's was pretty. It was distinctly red, orange, and not washed out. Not all washed out and gross looking. But it still could be worse. It still could be a lime green one. And I mean, some lime green ones do look good. Don't get me wrong, but some of them just look like they were made lime green to be lime green. Like, I know that's a whole joke with shinies. You got the ones that look better than the originals. You got the ones that barely look any different than the originals. Some of that happened with the crossover to 3D too. I don't know why the 3D sprites are also... I don't know why the 3D models are also washed out compared to the sprites, but... Oh, wait, shinies. Tangent. And then you got the third category, the lime green ones. And I mean, it works for some things, just... not everything. Hersering's an example of where I don't think it really works. It would be nice to see them, like... I feel like each shiny was handcrafted instead of chosen by some kind of algorithm. Like, I look at Arbok and think about all the cool things you could do with a shiny Arbok. Or maybe you don't just change the color palette up. Yeah. Yeah. The Oddish at least makes sense because it's a plant, so I can accept that, but yeah. Espion is another one that could have just been gorgeous, but... I'm green. Okay, I'm gonna keep holding on to the Oddish idea, but maybe I will also make a video about the ideas I had to fix everything that I didn't like about Sword and Shield. That is definitely something I'd have to heavily script out, though. I will get way too worked up. Start going on confusing tangents if I don't. Yeah. And there are ideas, just with the gameplay itself, that I think maybe in some world could have worked, but... or things that were interesting but just executed poorly. Yeah. Yeah. A lot of them just end up looking so muted and sad. It's disappointing. I'll have to shiny. Let's see. You can tour either bonus spirit flesh or something you can see. Yokai Watch 2. The various versions of Yokai Watch 2 had an equivalent to shiny Pokémon. Somewhat. It couldn't... wasn't every yokai. There was only a handful of them. But besides just changing up their color a bit, sometimes other stuff in their design would also change, and they were also stronger than regular ones. Whatever their regular base form was, these ones would be stronger, so there kind of was more to it than just being a different color and leaving it at that. And I always found that interesting. I want to play Yokai Watch again. I did manage to find my 3DS. I don't think I'll be able to play on stream at this point in time. Unless I can find a way to offload that from my computer as well, but... I'm honestly considering opening a blog for it just to make a really old school screenshot based let's play. I didn't realize it did cross-top. I thought that wasn't until the late 30s. This is fine. This is fine. Everything is fine. You know what? Maybe it's best I just stick to these four. Maybe it's best I just stick to these four after all. Maybe choose one other. Something that's not weak to ground. I'll look at my PC and see what I got. I'm just worried about the accuracy of Machop's moves. There we go. Let's see. Oh well. This is proving a good place to grind at least. That's at least a nice change in scenery. Versus the cycling road. Goose. This is the worst Nuzlocke run I've had in a long time. This is... ouch. Okay, who's not gonna be weak to ground. That'd mean another grass type. With middling stats. But it would be good against ground. That would be the advantage there. And it's already level 33. With Hitmonlee, there wouldn't be a crossover in typage. Then I could have something dedicated to hitting harder. Is there any reason to take you? Probably not, to be honest. Because it's like, at least with Hitmonlee, there's not going to be a ton of type crossover here. Okay. I guess this is how things are gonna be moving forward. I'll give it a shot at least. Okay. Still. I should see what items I can pick up. How much those are. I want to say those were 1,000 coins. I might be able to... Do I have enough for that? Yeah. If they're 1,000 coins, then I could afford one item. If they're more than that, I'm not going to be able to afford that. Okay. Yellow flute. What does a yellow flute do? And why is it only the yellow flute that I can buy? Why not the other ones? I wonder if I could sell enough stuff. I wonder if I could sell enough stuff to be able to afford the second item. Because if I could get... If I could get 2 or 3 of those type items, that'd be nice. I wish they sold a magnet there. No such luck. Don't need a leaf stone. Don't need a thunderstone. Don't need this. Is there anything else? I don't need 10 escape ropes. Okay. So that should be enough for at least 2. But now which one do I get? Well, I really want the miracle seed. I know that much. Maybe after some more grinding. Maybe then I'll have enough for the last one too. Okay. Well, I've spent all my money. But I can at least afford some nice old items for my Pokémon. Miracle seed. Okay, I'll take the charcoal. I wish I had the other hold items here too. For the other types of Pokemon. Ah, no, don't cancel out. Here. I don't know how you're gonna hold on to that. Guess you just gotta hold it in your mouth. How terrible. You can hold the miracle seed. Huh. I wonder if Hitmonlee can learn Metronome. I don't think I'd have it learn Metronome. Too much risk it would explode. Watch that just be the first thing that pops up. Okay, you're gonna learn Bulk Up. First things first. Jump kick. Rolling kick. May make the foe flinch. I don't think that's really worth it for 60 power and 85 accuracy. $75, 100% accuracy. And no risk of hurting itself. And do I have any... I finally used all my secret powers, didn't I? What about Dig? Can you learn Dig? Nope. No. Don't want you learning Focus Punch. I guess I could teach it Strength. Can you learn Strength? Okay, good. Yeah. You're mostly just here to hit hard, but for a little bit of extra coverage, I'm gonna have you learn Jump Kick. Forget Jump Kick and learn Strength. There's no world where I'm choosing Jump Kick over Brick Break. So I might as well give you a little bit more coverage. Just in case. Okay. No, I don't think Hitmonlee is quite ready to be taking on level 40 Pokemon, even if they're wild Pokemon. So back to Cycling Road for a little bit it is. Oh! Everyone, good luck! That hit up everyone at once. I'm never that lucky. I'll take it. Fighting versus fighting. But it's just a Mankey. So it's really not too troublesome. Matcha. Okay, go, go. At least that's just a set amount of damage. Yeah, this definitely was the best choice. Better to keep Break Break over Jump Kick. Breaks through barriers and slightly more powerful. Okay, so I just need to save up the money for the Mystic Water. Which is gonna take forever just battling these guys. Oh well. I feel like I better switch out. Now go ahead and switch. I worried that Weezing was gonna be a little bit too bulky for Hitmonlee at his current level. I wonder if Hitmonlee can learn Earthquake. And hit on the learn earthquake. Nah, it can learn earthquake. Okay, that might be another good move for it. I'll keep that in mind. Oops, I didn't switch back out. Oh well. Aquarian can go ahead and deal with this coughing. I wish Hitmontop wasn't such a pain to get. I'm not really sure there's a reason to use it in particular over Hitmonlee. It does learn triple kick though, and I think it is the only thing that learns triple kick. I could be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure. I think that's exclusive to Hitmontop. I guess I could always go back and get it Mega Kick. I don't think I used up those move tutors. But at the same time, I don't think Mega Kick is all that accurate. And that's usually how I determine whether I want to use something or not. Powerful, sure, but if it's taking more than one use to hit, then it's really not so useful. Other than that, and I don't think Hitmonlee is capable of learning the punch and Mega Punch. Strength's probably better at that point anyway. Even after several bulk ups, it's not enough. Might be too much of a level gap. That's okay. That is okay. Aquarian can handle it, no problem. Aquarian should pretty much be an expert at beating these things up by now. Level 26, good. High jump kick. Didn't know that was coming so early. I don't like that it hurts if I stop learning high jump kick. I think that's just a little bit too dangerous. I really don't want to risk that. If that was what ended up taking it out, that would just be the most disappointing thing. And I can't handle that. Coming out and play, little mouse. I'll treat you right. I don't like that. I don't like that coming from this guy. I don't appreciate that at all. Okay. Machop. This should be easy enough. Shouldn't be a problem. Critical hit. Uh-oh. Everything is just fine. You know what? 4 Pokemon is enough. 4 Pokemon is definitely enough. So these 4 get a little bit of extra training. A little bit of extra experience. You know what? That's just fine. That's just fine. I think this run might be cursed. Because I'm not great, but I'm not this bad. Not usually. I'll just train who I've got. So, I've got to train Zephyr up a little bit to bring Zephyr in line with Aquarion and Israel. And then those two are gonna need more. Those three are gonna need more training to get up there with. The grind is never ending. It's okay. That's what tonight's for. I'm not losing it as my graveyard box slowly piles higher and higher. I'm not losing it. Okay. Just have to keep going. Just have to keep pressing forward. It'll be alright. It'll be alright in the end. Everything is beautiful and nothing hurts. At least Zephyr can't get poisoned. So that's a tiny bit of a saving grace when it comes to training up here. I'm too worried about the Pharaohs to want to train Zephyr in the Indigo Plateau area like everyone else. Keep going. Keep going. Secret power is pretty decent. I'm not quite sure what I'd do without it at this point. It's gone on so many things. And this is the problem here. No, I didn't stick secret power. I didn't stick secret power onto Hitmonlee. I just... What did I stick on there? Bulk up? What did I stick on you? Okay, bulk up and strength. Strength was the other thing. Strength was the thing I was having trouble remembering. Okay. This is horrific. Just gotta keep moving forward. Keep moving forward. Pretend it's okay. Okay, who's coming out first? Okay, I did set Zephyr. Did set Zephyr out first. I wish I had a silk scarf. Since Zephyr's just gonna be using secret power mostly out here, I'd be using that. For not terrible, not terrible. Yeah, oh well. At least I'm also building up my money again. Even if it's only a little bit at a time. Little bit at a time. Nope. Stay out. Almost level 40. Maybe I can go back to the gym after this. I'm just a little bit worried about... I'm a little bit worried about how weak my team is to Earthquake. Ground type moves, considering I'm about to go into a ground type gym. The ground type moves aren't super common outside of Magnitude. Maybe I can go for a Dotrio. FireRed. If I choose something that's higher level than the Diglets, but lower level than whatever Dotrio can appear out there, then I should be able to just run into one and then catch it. Dugtrio. Let's see. You're still good. Still good. Okay. Just need to know the levels. Stat spread. I don't need to know this fancy stuff. I just need to know what levels it can be. Where I can catch it. G3. Diglet Tunnel. Diglet Cave. Still good. Diglet Cave, FireRed. Okay. Diglet's Cave. 5% chance. Okay, it's great to know my percentage chance for catching it, but what level? I need to know that part. Yeah, I hadn't caught any kind of crabby yet. I'll have to... I don't think I caught anything on one island. Just the base island. I think that's the only one I can fish directly from. Because the current's really strong on the other ones. I'll double check that I didn't catch anything right on the island. FireRed. Almost any body of water. Okay, it's crate, but specifically. Good rod. Still good? Still good. Okay. Let's see. Crabby. Okay, bounce. Why is this in so many more... Why is this in so many more areas then? Leaf green than it is in FireRed. Oh, weird. Okay, I don't think I've caught anything right in Pallet Town, and it looks like I should be able to catch them in Pallet Town. So, okay, it looks like I'm trying to fish for a decently leveled crabby, hopefully. So, I should be able to get that, and I should be able to get... Okay, here we go. Levels 29 to 31. So I need something leveled. And what level are the Diglets? 22. So I need something over 22 but under 31. Okay, I should be able to handle that. I should have something. Surely. Might end up sacrificing it to Bug Trio if it's got Arena Trap and I can't just switch out into something else, but 31 is that's a very decent level. That's a level I can work with. There we go. How many were left up here? I think there was one more up here. Yeah. One more. And this one I should be able to set up solar beams for. Okay, so it looks like going for Krabby and going for Doug Trio are what I'm gonna have to do now. And hope it's a decent level Krabby. I can't keep starting from the ground up only for stuff to get squished again. Even I lose patience at some point. I was hoping not to have 2 training montage videos. Okay, that's everybody up here. How much money am I looking at? Not quite enough for that last set of coins. Go ahead and head over to Pallet. Let's see. Soda Pop. Heal you up. Okay. Wait. Charmander. I'm dumb. Charmander would have been what I got here. I'm not so bright. Okay, let me go back and see where else I can catch Krabby. I had a whole list of locations. I hadn't caught Poliwag yet either. Can I catch those in this game? I can't remember. But that's another option. Okay. 4. Oh, that's Cerulean. I would have caught something there. Route 24, 25. Pretty sure I already caught stuff in both of those. Hmm. $21. Okay, what all is down here? 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, that is a lot of route all around that area. I'm just going to go and see what I've actually caught. I'm gonna go see which routes I've actually already hit up. I can still go for Doug Trio no matter what, but I also have to see what I've got that's... Do I have anything? Might have to sacrifice Venonat. Okay. Oh, wait. Okay. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, 11. Mhm. 11. Okay, 11, 13. 11, 13. 11, 13. 11. 11, 12, 13. So that leaves 14 and 15 currently. Okay, 15. So that leaves Route 14. I haven't caught anything on Route 14. It doesn't say I can catch Krabby there, but maybe I can catch something else. Town map, town map, town map. Okay. Where's... Okay, so 14 is that little stretch in there. $14. I'll see what I can do. No, go back, go back, go back. Bill's PC. Withdraw. Grab Mimsy for cut. Hold on, I don't think I'd actually caught anything on Cinnabar yet. Because the Burn Building is considered a different map. Let me double check that. Viridian. Wait, no. I grabbed you. You would have counted as Cinnabar. Never mind. That was another idea. Seafoam. No good. Cerulean. Have I caught anything in Cerulean? Cerulean proper? Huh. Cerulean City might be another option. Okay. So Cerulean. Cerulean seems like another option. Where I can catch stuff. Okay. So I've got a handful of places I can still look. I can see if there's any grass on 14. If it's those areas, or if there's any water or grass. Did I catch anything in Fuchsia City? Did I already go fishing here? I can't remember. I wasn't particularly looking for that entry, so I can't remember. But anyway, Route 14. Okay, now is there going to be... Okay, there's grass. So, grass is an option here. How can I reach any water? Can I actually reach any water? I don't think I'm going to be able to. Yeah, no, it's going to flip over to 13. So, that patch of grass. I can see what I can catch in that patch. Hope it's something good. And I can go after Doug Trio. And I can try and catch a Krabby. Nope. Here's where it gets problematic if I've already caught everything that can appear in this patch of grass. Maybe there's a Nidorino or something in here. That would be nice. Something a bit tough. Ditto! I didn't realize I was out here, but okay. I guess I gotta catch that now. Not really something I can use, but I'll take it. I was hoping that would work before it transformed. I'd like to be careful with it. Level 23. There we go. As well. Junior. Good, good. I'll have to move it out of the graveyard box when I get back. Yeah. Well, that's good at least. Not really usable. But I'll take it. There we go. Now, where can I go fishing to catch a Pokémon? There's gotta be somewhere I can fish in here, right? It said I could catch Krabby here. But where exactly do I go fishing? I can't remember where the water is. Unless it means in the gym, but I don't think so. I don't think I can catch anything in the gym, can I? I don't think I can. Maybe it's surfing right alongside it. Surfing down from here. Maybe that puts me back in range of being within. There we go, there we go, there we go. And I should be able to fish from here. Super Rod, go! Hopefully I can do it with the Super Rod. I'm pretty sure different rods have different catch rates for different things. Okay, did I need a particular rod, or could it be any rod? Hopefully it's any rod. It didn't specify on the page I was looking at. And I was looking at Cerebi. So I feel like if it needed a specific rod, it would have told me. I'll just keep going. Okay, what moves do you learn? Vice Grip, Harden, Mudshot, Stomp, Guillotine, Protect, Crab Hammer. Wait, that's Ruby Sapphire Emerald. What do you get in? Oh, you also get Flail. Kingler stats. Gen 3. Kingler's another one of those things that I like. I like the crab Pokemon. Gorefish has probably been my favorite. I mean, that's not exactly a crab, but you know, that family of things. It's just another one of those things that was held back by until the physical special split happened. I know some things got hurt by it, but a whole lot of things benefited. Fish. Maybe I do need to try a different rod. Why do I get the other ones? I know one of them's in Vermilion. Where's the other one? Trying to think of where to find the other one. No, I already got one of you. Don't need another one of you. FireRed. I'm gonna find out if I need a different kind of rod or not. Appendix walkthrough. Because this isn't working. Let me see. Crabby. Fishing. Good rod. Okay, so old rod. Good rod. Good rod. Super rod. Okay, I should be able to get it. Rarely get a Psyduck. Leaf Green gets Slowpoke. Gyarados. Okay, so if this was Leaf Green, I would be able to get it with a Super Rod for some reason. But since this is FireRed, I guess I can only get it with a Good Rod. I don't understand at all. I don't understand. Also, where do I get the Good Rod? Is that in Fuchsia? Let me think. I'm pretty sure I get the Good Rod from Fuchsia. Yeah, it was fun seeing the personality the anime gave the Pokémon. That was always fun to see. And it was fun when you'd get multiple different Pokémon. But they'd all have their own personalities. Even if it was a big group of the same kind. Although when I think of Corphish from the anime, I just think of Corphish eating a bunch of garbage off the beach and getting sick from it and Ash having to carry it to the emergency vet. Pokemon Center, whatever. Move to later. No, not you. Not you. Maybe you. Yes, here we go. Yes, I like to fish. Good rod. Much better Pokemon, you say? Just something. Something that's not a horsey, please. Krabby or Poliwag. Something. I really wouldn't mind a Poliwag. I'm not sure I've ever really used Poliwrath seriously before. So that could be interesting for a change of pace. Can I get Poliwag in this game? The fishing is just so all over. Like, why can I only catch Krabby with a good rod and FireRed, but a super rod and leaf green? It was not important to make the catch rates for these different rods this significantly different between the games. Oh well. That is what it is. Let's see. Only. Despite the name, Good Rod, I'm not having much good luck with it. Not even a nibble. How many times over are you gonna have to display this? Okay, what is it? Okay, a Poliwag. Good. Let's see. Okay. There wouldn't have been any good spots to catch a Poliwhirl, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, Poliwag it is. Level 11. I don't love that. I do not love this level at all. The biggest thing that would hold Krabby back is its abysmal special attack. But I've already got Lapras for Surf, so I wouldn't have to rely on Surf. I could just teach it more physical moves. And that really wouldn't be so bad. He can beat Uzumaki because spirals are the worst thing ever. Cerulean. I can remember what I was about to do. I can remember. Back up, back around. And time for some good rod fishing. Okay. Hopefully, this will lead to a Krabby. It'll just give me the most possible options to choose from. And it might be higher than level 11. Horsey, I've had enough of you. Please, go on. Just let me catch a Krabby. There we go. Even if I catch one, the level's gonna be abysmal, to be honest. Not even so. I kind of feel like I gotta keep going at this point. Till I get one. Okay, Krabby, fine. Level 8. Disgusting. I'll catch it even so, but I'm not happy about it. You can be... What's the thing? Ganon. I think that's his name. Giant crab kaiju. Okay. Okay. I've at least got some options here. Now I've just gotta go after... Now I've just gotta go after Doug Trio. Gonna have to sacrifice. Gonna have to sacrifice. If it's got Arena Trap, it's gonna mean sacrificing Venonat. I'm just gonna have to do it. I'm sorry, Venonat. If it comes down to that, I'm sorry. And you know, I immediately forgot my whole strategy here. That's what happens when you're playing video games after midnight, I guess. Oh well. It is what it is at this point. Level 20 still not the worst. Not where I'd prefer to be, but you know. No Arena Trap. Okay. What else can you have besides Arena Trap? Huh. I can't remember. Yeah, I really can't remember what it can have besides Arena Trap. It's a mystery, I guess. Pokeball won't work while it's underground, will it? I don't think so. Yeah, it just misses. No? Huh. Okay, so it still lets me try? Okay. I'll take it. I'll take it at this point. Okay. 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 With that, I can finally go back to the PC and see what I'm working with here. See what I'm working with. I'm tired, but I don't really want to stop. Because if I stop here, it's just going to be more grinding next time. Plus, I won't really get to play again until Saturday, so... Okay, you're not... Okay, what all am I working with here? Hazel Jr. Okay. This is what I'm working with. Now I can start looking at stats. Serious nature. Oh, wait. What was that? Sandvale. Okay. You're probably going on here just because you're already level 20. And having ground-type Pokemon would be good. Yeah, next stream is gonna be Saturday night, probably. I'd like to get to play again Saturday. I'd like to get to the point of being able to do Saturday or Sunday. That's just not always viable. I just get tired. Sunday and Monday and Tuesday back to back are more doable. Box critical hits. I wish Tangela was a little bit more usable. It's just not... It's not terrible, but not super great. It's better when you can actually evolve it. What's your serious nature? Let me see. Serious nature Pokemon. Okay, let me see. Serious. Down speed. Up speed. What? Okay. I understand what the chart. That's one of the neutral natures. Okay. I can't remember every nature off the top of my head. Okay, you got a neutral nature. Which is fine. That means I could use you as a physical attacker, fighting type. You are relaxed. Where is that? Relaxed. Low speed. Higher defense. Okay, that works out in your favor. Another series, another neutral. Okay, right now I'm thinking I try Poliwag so I can hopefully eventually get a fighting type and Diglett. Because I could use something that's at least somewhat resistant to ground type. Okay. Poliwrath. Learn set Gen 3. Let me look. Is there any downsides to evolving this thing as soon as possible? Mind Reader at level 51, Submission at level 35. I don't really want it learning Submission though. Once again, I don't like things that are gonna... I don't like things with blowback effects. I don't like things that damage me. Immediately jumping into research mode. Okay, Poliwhirl. FireRed. Learn set. Okay, what's the learn set? FireRed. Okay, Rain Dance at level 27. Body Slam at level 35. Belly Drum at level 43. Ooh, Belly Drum. That's a bit risky. Belly Drum's a bit risky here. Honestly, getting Poliwhirl up to learning Rain Dance just in case I get a pivot from Sunny Day might not be a bad idea. Belly Drum feels really risky for a Nuzlocke, even though it'll be good outside of that context. I wish I still had Bulk Up, but Hitmonlee took that with it. So really after getting Rain Dance, and I think that's like 2 levels after evolving into Poliwhirl, there's no reason not to go ahead and evolve into Poliwrath. Okay, I guess that's the new plan for moving forward. Maybe something fully evolved will be a little bit more durable. I'm gonna be switch grinding no matter where I go. Since I don't have enough Pokemon for the... How many do I have registered at this point? 43. That's so close to 50. That's so close to the needed 50. Okay, if I fully evolve you... That would... That'd be 45. 46. Is there anyone else I can quickly get? Is there anyone else I could quickly get? I've got a Caterpie. I could quickly evolve that. That'll give me 2 more. If I go ahead and evolve Caterpie... Let me see what potential I've got in here. What has been an evolve? This will be harder if I... Level evolution. 31. What else am I working with? No. No, you're all the ones that are a bit too far away. How about Psyduck? Level 33. Okay. So if I just get you 1 more level, you'll evolve. That'll be 1 more right there. Okay, I'm sticking you to the side for the time being. I'll pick you back up in a minute. Caterpie would be 2 more off the bat as well. Okay, is there anyone else that would be easy? $43, $44, $45, $46. $0. 20. 20's not terrible. 20's not terrible to get to. What level does Golding evolve? $33. Okay. Is there absolutely anywhere else I can catch something new? Is there anywhere else at all? I'll start here. I'll start with Psyduck. Psyduck's got confusion, so honestly I might be able to hold its on. Hold its on against at least some of these trainers. I probably caught something on Route 16 already. I'd have to double check though. A bunch of people in a battle. So this should hopefully be enough to at least get Psyduck, and I should at least be able to get a Golduck and a Butterfree out of this. Because if I could just stick an experience point share on one of the other things and just not something strong, that's just less risk to everything all around. And I would appreciate taking the fewest risks possible at this point in time. I think that would just be better. I think that would just be better all around. Oh no, I shook my head too fast, Dizzy. Okay, there we go, there we go. No longer dizzy. Okay. Come on. Big chunk of experience. Big chunk. There we go. I considered using this as the basics for some kind of Nuzlocke comic or write-up or something, but I don't know. I don't know if it would get really depressing at the point where everyone dies. And it's less like worrying about it being too sad, but how do you turn that into a good story? Some runs just aren't meant to be. Some runs just aren't meant for the stories, I guess. And that's okay. Sometimes it's just not gonna lend itself to dramatic work of fiction. And that's okay. That is okay. Secret power. One more. One more then. There we go. There we go. Yeah, I need to heal you up, heal you up. Hopefully this will be enough to get both Golduck and Butterfree out of this. It's too early in the morning or late at night, whatever it is. Hurry me to trust that my math on the number of Pokemon that'll bump me up to is correct. I'm just not gonna trust it. I'm just gonna look at the finished number after I got both of those things. I think that should put me at 46, but I'm not gonna trust that. What level? I don't know what this Diglett evolved. 26. Okay. Okay, so Diglett's not too far away. There we go. There's one down. Yeah, at the point I'm having to train anything else up like 10 levels other than Caterpie. Because Caterpie doesn't need that much to go. It is just gonna be easier grinding with the others until they've evolved. And then just sticking them in the back with the experience point share, rotating after that. Let's try Israel. Stomp. Yeah, go ahead and use Stomp. Didn't end up being quite as strong as I was expected. That's okay. Probably should have went ahead with Fire Spin. Kinda seemed like overkill. Or, no. Fire Blast. Fire Blast would have been the overkill one. Okay. This should get you one evolution. Aquarium, go. Yep, there we go. This should get up to Metapod. This should get up to Metapod. And then Butterfree after that. No, don't switch out, don't switch out. There we go. Okay. And then after this, I guess I've quickly gotta try and figure out if there's anywhere I haven't caught something yet. I'll go back and double check if I've caught anything in Vermilion or not. I can't remember about that one. There might not be anything in the water left to catch, though. I think I may have fished up all the water types. This is definitely overkill, but I'm doing it anyway. I mean, it's already overkill. Might as well try Thunder. Minimize. Okay, fine. Drill Peck. Come on. No, you're attempting to make this as annoying as possible on purpose. I don't have it in me. I don't have it in me right now, Grimer. Level 9. Oh, come on. Just one more level. Just one more. One more. That's all you need. One more level. And you'll become a beautiful butterfly. There we go. There we go. There we go. Will that be enough? Yes. Okay, and if my math isn't terribly off, that should put me at 46 different kinds of Pokemon caught. I'm pretty sure I only need 50 for the experience point share. Maybe 50 types. East of Fuchsia. Okay, that should be doable. That should be doable right there. Diglett, I gotta get up to level 26 to evolve, which is kind of a pain. I don't wanna. I just wanna be able to stick the experience point share on it and tuck it away safely in the back. Never to be harmed. Until it's near level 40. That would be ideal. That would be ideal. Just considering the bad luck I've had. Okay. Stick you back in here. 47. 48, 49. You don't evolve until level 33. Is there anywhere? Is there anywhere else? I'm pretty sure I've caught everything just about everywhere at this point. I'll double check a couple things. Bond Bridge, the only thing that was gonna be there was... I guess I could check Berry Forest. Does it count if I screwed up and caught something I wasn't supposed to? I repelled the rest of the way and that was a scripted encounter. I might allow it out of desperation. I already got something from Treasure Beach, got Kindling Road, got Mount Ember. I'll check the Cape Brink. Pretty sure I did the Cape Brink. But I'll check it just in case. Other birds, yeah. Yeah, I'm taking it into consideration. The biggest thing is just, I'm low on money right now. I'm low on money for Ultra Balls. A saving grace for Zapdos not wiping my party was having the Master Ball in hand. Okay, did any of you come from the Cape Brink? I feel like... Did you come from the Cape Brink? I feel like you might have. No, you were from Kendall Road. Okay. Anyone here from the Cape Brink? Anyone at all? Douglas Cave, Fuchsia City. Cerulean Cave, Route 20. Okay. I've got to check all of you right quick. Route 22, Safari Zone. Celadon, Mount Moon, Vermilion. Huh. No one from the Cape Brink, actually. I feel like I wasn't able to particularly find anything there that I hadn't caught already. But I might have to go and check it and give it another try just to be sure. $22. I'll give it a shot. Let me see. 16. Did I catch anything on Route 16? I'm desperately having to check everything at this point. You didn't. 16, 16, 16, 16. I can't remember if I actually did or not. Because it wasn't Snorlax. 22. 12. $20, 15. What route was I looking at? I need the ability to look at all of this at the same time. I can't hold all these numbers in my head. I don't think I ran into a Route 16. I think that was in the clear. Because I think all I did as soon as I got there was immediately ran to the house of the person with fly. So I think that's in the clear. I better try and catch something. Try and catch something there. See what I can find. See if I can find anything else I haven't caught before. This is where things start getting difficult. This is where the dupe's claws starts causing trouble. More so than helping. Oh well. Hopefully there's more than just Ditto. Sparrow. Hopefully there's more than... No. Oh well. Thank you. Thank you. I probably should also check out the Berry Forest and Cape Brink before actually going back. Okay, Berry Forest. What's actually in there? What's in here Pokemon-wise? Berries regenerate every 1,500 steps. Okay. Okay, what's in here? Pidgey, Pidgeotto, Oddish, Gloom, Venonat, Venema, Psyduck, Drowsy, Hypno, Execute, Execute, Execute. Okay, I could potentially catch Execute in there. It's rare, but I could catch it. And then the Cape Brink. Okay, Execute. Depending on the level, that could also be another potential Pokemon to bring with me. I'll have to look at that. Let me look at the learn set too for that. Okay, Barrage, Uproar, Hypnosis, Reflect, Leech Seed, Confusion, Sense Burst, Solar Beam. Learned Solar Beam natively, that's pretty good. A little disappointing though I wouldn't be able to teach it Psychic, but... Executor, FireRed, Egg Bomb. Terrible accuracy for Egg Bomb. Okay. So that's the plan of action, I guess. Let me finish looking at the Cape Brink. Nothing new at the Cape Brink. Nothing new for fishing. I could have caught a Poliwag there. Higher level. I don't know if it's worth going and looking for that, like, 5% chance of getting an Execute. I think it might just be better to switch what I've got until it evolves. Better buy a Waterstone, too. Did I remove stuff from my party? Okay, I gotta put Diglett back in. I gotta put Diglett back in. I'm gonna have to manual grind this stuff up, it seems. But... 46. Even if I evolve this stuff, I'm gonna be one short. I'll try and get this stuff up to the point it can evolve. And then I may have to go after Execute after that. Gifts. What floor was that? I'm gonna go ahead and buy a Waterstone now, though. That way I've already got it for one. I think I'll go ahead and... I think I'll have Poliwhirl learn Water Dance at level 27 in case I've got to pivot from Vileplume and Sunny Day. I do consider those separate. I just can't remember where I caught things already in the Safari Zone. Let me see. I am desperate at this point. Let me look up a map. I think if I look at a map, it'll remind me. No, I need a big map. Okay. Nobody wants to show me what the... Okay. Here's the separate zones. That does sound right. I don't think I managed to... I think, actually... Safari Zone. I think that was from the first... area. Because I was attempting to find a Slowpoke, which I was never gonna find because that's in Leaf Green. Okay. So... I'm gonna count these as... I'm gonna continue counting these as separate areas. So that should give me like 2 more places I can potentially catch something. I always like the little zoo up here. I'm not quite sure where they managed to get the Ammonite. I'd like to thank the other person that got that fossil in Mount Moon. This is where they ended up donating it to after getting it revived. Okay, something I can catch. Something. Nidoran. I can work with that. You know, level 24. It's pretty good. Stay put, please. Thank you. I'm taking that over Diglett. Those two things. There's two evolutions I can quickly get, and it's gonna be bulkier and this is just gonna be good. This is gonna be good. It'll be great. I don't think I've used that name yet. If I am, I apologize to the original Riley. Okay. Okay, there's two more easily right there. And it should just be able to evolve once upon level up, and then... Let's see, Nidorino... FireRed. Once your FireRed learns it. Horn Drill at level 53. No. Fury attack, horn attack, helping hand, flutter. No, I don't think any of that's gonna be worth. Flatter's interesting, but I don't think it's worth getting a Nidorino to level 43. It's better just to... go ahead and evolve that, I think. Okay, this is... Could have gotten one at level 30. Oh well. I think I can just get across to the last area by surfing through here. Nugget. Cool. I could really use more money right now. Gotta get that last item after all. Okay. Grass or water. I don't think there's gonna be anything left in the water. I don't think there's anything left to catch in the water. Okay. Something that's not a Venonat, please. I've already got Venonat. I've got enough Venonat. Surely there's something that's not Venonat. What are my steps at? I can't see. Okay, 300, 300, 327. I'm not doing too bad. Saved a lot of time just being able to surf. Execute. Okay. Come on. Don't be like this, please. Please just get in the Pokeball and stay in there. Do I dare try throwing a rock? Okay. For some reason that should soften it up a bit. Make it a bit easier to catch. Okay. Okay. So that's a couple more easy evolutions I can get right there. Now, can I just easily fly out of here? I guess so, but here's hoping this doesn't cause the entire game to just fall apart. It'll probably be fine. What could possibly go wrong? No possible game-breaking thing could be triggered by flying out of the safari zone. Nope. Okay, I'll stick these guys in here for now. Okay, I'm at 46. Why do I have a water stone? Did I buy a water stone instead of a grass stone? I think I did. Oops. Okay, go back up. Purchase the correct stone. Sell the stone. Sell the nugget. What do I gotta do after that? That'll put me at 37. 47. That'll put me at 47. Then if I evolve... then I'll just need one more. Okay, I'm getting pretty close. Okay, correct stone purchased. Nugget sold. Water stone sold. Okay, looking good, looking good. Let's use a leaf stone on Lily. Yep, evolving. There we go. That's a fun Pokemon. Okay, getting closer, getting closer. Let me double check that that's... owned 49. Oh yeah, because each of those... I forgot. I hadn't caught Nidoran or Execute before. See, this is why I don't trust my own math. I've got no idea what I'm talking about. But the Pokédex knows. The Pokédex knows what's up. Now I just need to evolve. If I go ahead and evolve Riley... if I can get Riley up one level, Riley should evolve, and then I can go ahead and evolve it again, and that should push me over the threshold for the experience point share. And I won't get the rest of the team trained up the way I want, but they will be in a good state to start challenging the gym, I think. And at least a less miserable state than I started. This was both more and less progress than I expected, all wrapped into one. Oh dear goodness. I don't know what I just used. Double kick, okay. Okay. Even without knowing what I was doing, I knew what I was doing. Actually, what ability do you have? Is a poison point? Yes. Okay. Because the other option was rivalry. A poison point is just better. Not even risking it. You come back. Aquarion's coming out. Oh well. Oh well, oh well, oh well. This is okay. Nidoran's back sprite is so dumb. Poor Nidoran. I'm not enjoying having to switch out on these little guys. It's not enough experience to share. I'm really wishing I had one more rare candy right now. But I don't feel like looking around in caves and stuff just to find one. Okay, year 41. Where are you at? Yeah, I don't want to keep switching out against these little ones, but also I don't feel like I've got a choice. I really can't take losing Nidoran right now. I'd really like to take Nidoking with me at this point. It's gonna be bulkier than anything else that I can still catch. And bulky is kind of what I need right now. And I can still teach it Earthquake. So it should be in pretty good shape by the time I finish the last gym. Because I should get Earthquake from Giovanni, so... Of course, then I'm gonna have to decide whether I want to teach Sludge Bomb. If both of them make it that far, I'm gonna have to decide who I want to teach Sludge Bomb to. Because that's basically gonna be the best poison move in the game. So it's kind of tough deciding what poison type to stick it on. Of course, that's assuming everyone makes it that far. Everyone makes it through the Pokemon League. Let's see what happens. See what everyone's moveset is by that point. So your stats are the highest. I also gotta take a look at that. Because worst comes to worst, I could always teach Zephyr Acid again. But I don't think I'm ever gonna be in such dire straits for a poison type move that I'm back to using Acid. Let's see. Please. Not tonight. Not tonight. Come on. It's just a little bit more. It's just a little bit more experience. I'm so close. I'm so tired. But I only need like one more level. One little bitty level. Just a smidge. Just bump it up there. Just a little bit. I'm thinking 1 or 2 battles. Just 1 or 2 more should be enough. Should just push it over the edge, up to leveling up. I didn't expect this to go on as long as it did for various reasons. But I'm hoping it puts everything in a good spot for next time. I might not even fill that last spot if I can get Nidoking, I might not even fill that last spot. That might stay open. I might just pour all the extra experience point share resources into Nidoking. Get Nidoking up to where everything else is. I think that is probably the most efficient use of resources at this point. Rather than trying to split that between that and a Poliwag, when I do already have a water type. Okay. I'm going to ignore that I can paddle those guys just for now. Moonstone, please, do your work. Okay. There we go. That's pretty good. Okay. 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 Glorious. Okay. Rash nature. I guess it's fitting. And with that, I should have enough. I should have enough Pokemon to go get the experience point share. But I think actually picking that up, moving onwards, gonna have to wait till next time. I'll get everyone healed up. I'll get my party laid out the way I want it. But I'm so tired. Okay. Deposit. No, don't exit. Just deposit. Okay. Then from here I can rearrange. Rearrange. And that was Zephyr first. Okay. I think that's pretty okay for now. I'm still worried it's a little bit skewed towards ground weakness. It's a bit skewed. Still a bit skewed, but it's okay. It's okay. It's just going to have to do for now. I can't keep spreading resources, so then it's gonna take forever to get everything leveled up. No, it wasn't easy. That was a bit of a nightmare. If everyone hadn't gone down today, wouldn't have been necessary. It would have just been smooth sailing onto the next gym, I think. Maybe a little bit of grinding. A little bit of a training montage. But not just 4 hours. And there's still more to go. But I think I just gotta move on to the next gym at this point. Maybe do a little bit of extra training with the experience point share attached so Nidoking can start. Nidoking can get a little boost, maybe be at least a little bit viable for the next gym. But not a whole another 4 hours of it. Oh well. I think that's finally all I got in me tonight. Thank you for watching. Thank you. Good night. I'll probably be back Saturday. Either way, I'll make a post about it. But thank you. Yeah. Good night.